Hello everyone, welcome back to Comic 47 Vlogs, and we're going to be checking out this week's comic haul. I got this week and last week's comics. I wasn't able to go to the store last week, I got sick, so here's the comics that I got. The Seasons, number 2, this is an Image Comics series. It's really interesting. I really liked issue 1 a lot. Issue 2, I liked it, but I'm a bit confused. But maybe we're gonna get there, like to where the story's gonna head. So far so good, I think. Nice art though. um, we have Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man official prequel comic. Really well written, and it's a really fun comic. If you like the Spider-Man series on Disney Plus, you'll definitely like this. I haven't even watched the Disney Plus series yet, but this is getting me hyped to watch it. And I know the series already ended and everything, and people are saying it's good. Um, this is good. So if this is good, the series is good. This is issue 3 out of 5, so this is a mini series. If you haven't read this already, I'd recommend just waiting until the trade paperback comes out. Because at this point you might as well just wait. I got some previews, Marvel previews and DC previews for May. These are the comics that are gonna come out in May. These are like the free preview stuff. So okay, we have Red Hulk number 1, One World Under Doom. So a lot of the Marvel titles are like kind of tie-ins to Doctor Doom being like this world leader. I read One World Under Doom issue 1. It's really good so far, and I'd recommend it. I'm interested to see what they do with Red Hulk. I know Marvel really wanted to make this comic come out, during this month because of the new Captain America movie, which makes sense. But who doesn't love Red Hulk? Let's see, Amazing Spider-Man number 68. I've been behind on the Amazing Spider-Man, so I can't really tell you much about it at the moment because I don't really know what's going on. Apparently Spider-Man already died or will die or something like that, but it's confusing. This is issue 68, but they also have 68 point deaths. I don't know, it's confusing that they have like these weird tie-ins, but yeah. Zatanna number 1. This is a big DC title. Zatanna is a character that really deserves like all the praise, all the love. She is a very good character. Also, the artwork in this series is phenomenal. Look at that. And I think it's the same writer and artist, if I'm not wrong. I think it's all one writer and artist. So, really good stuff. Iron Man number 5. Iron Man is a really solid series. Issues 1 through 3 had like some sort of mini arc. It kind of ended a bit too quickly and too abruptly, I think, because I'm guessing this was editorial interference. Like, they said that they're going to give the author just 3 issues for this run, because the new run started on issue 4. I'm a little bit behind, so I haven't read issue 4 yet, but this has been a good series so far. But again, issue 3 ended a bit like way too quick, and very suddenly. But I don't think that's the writer's fault. I think that's Marvel editorial's fault. So now we have Riri Williams, Iron Man's assistant here on the cover. Very controversial character, very hated character in the comics community. A lot of people do not like her character. I don't know how I feel about her character. I haven't read any of her comics or any comics that she's in. But yeah. So, and also just to recap, again, these are the comics from this week and last week, so it's kind of a mixed bag. We have Wonder Woman number 5, Absolute Wonder Woman number 5. Really good series so far. I really liked issue 4 a lot, and it's interesting to see where this goes. Like, DC has just not wanted to publish Wonder Woman. Like, they recently just canceled like this Wonder Woman game. Even the DC universe right now is just not doing a Wonder Woman movie. It's really disappointing that they don't really hire much female writers. They don't really get female superheroes like the spotlight that they deserve, especially Wonder Woman. Um, but this is a book written by a woman and is about absolute Wonder Woman. So it's a step forward, but DC, you really gotta do something about that. Black Canary, Best of the Best, written by Tom King. Really, really good book. I know a lot of people don't like Tom King. And so far, all the stuff that I read from him has been really good. Now, I haven't read all his series. I haven't read everything written by him. But in my opinion, this is a really good run. This is about Black Canary and her relationship with her mom. And it's just really hypes up the boxing match between Black Canary and Lady Shiva. And it is self-aware that obviously Black Canary would not win against Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva is the one that trained Batman. She is just like one of the best fighters in the world. So Black Canary is a really good fighter, but like she cannot go up against Lady Shiva. Even Batman can't go up against Lady Shiva. It's crazy. Anyways, Detective Comics number 1094. A bit of a controversial comic because this is the comic where Batman punched a kid. I mean, he obviously regretted it, but it's like, why would he punch a kid, even though the kid wasn't really doing that much of a bad thing? He was just kind of under a bad influence of someone. Anyways, that's just like a very nitpicky thing. But the run itself is actually really good and very interesting. It pretty much asks the question, like, what if Batman were younger? What if he had a serum that would de-age him physically, even mentally a little bit, because he like kind of thinks quicker and he does things like more energetically, and it's a very interesting series. I don't know, so far it's good. Just that weird moment, but that's about it. Everything else is good about it. So this is Detective Comics. I think this is part 5 of the story, if I'm not wrong. Calavera P.I. Calavera means skull in Spanish. So Calavera P.I. is a very, very inclusive comic for Mexicans, because it's a comic that, first of all, the comic has dialogue in both Spanish and English. That's one. Number two, I think a lot of it takes place on the border between US and Mexico. Number three, some of the artwork has like Day of the Dead stuff, the Mexican indigenous holiday that is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. And this book is not afraid to get into real life things. They talk about how Mexicans always get the short end of the stick when it comes to racism. Of course, all kinds of pretty much every minority gets the short end of the stick, but this one focuses specifically on Mexico, and it's a very good book. I feel like this book is needed, especially now. Yeah, I don't know, it's a really very underrated book. I don't know if anyone's talking about it, but yeah. Justice League Unlimited number 4. I'm very behind on Justice League Unlimited. Not very behind actually. I read issue 2. I need to read issue 3. I left off where Martian Manhunter had some kind of issues going on, like his anger was a bit too let out or something like that, and I'll be honest, like I'm not really. I thought the series would be a little more big, but it feels kind of small with what they're doing, you know what I mean? I thought the series was supposed to be like a huge, like the Justice League Unlimited, like they're gonna take on all these world threats, and it's gonna be like we'll split the team into A team and B team and C team. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels more like just a self-contained smaller book. It kind of feels like as if it were like Justice League West Coast or something like that, not Justice League Unlimited. Does that make sense? The art is very good. I'm not saying the writing's bad. It's just doesn't fit the Justice League Unlimited title, if that makes sense. Superman, number 23. This is an amazing cover, and if you know the story with Time Trapper, and Superman, this is, actually, I guess I don't know if I should say spoilers for this, but this is a really, really good series, obviously. Joshua Williamson on the series, and Dan Mora for the arts. I think Dan Mora is also in Justice League Unlimited, so same artists on both of these comics. This is one of the best Superman titles I've read in a long time. Like, this is a really good comic. This is more for like the diehard comic book fans, or at least the ones that are familiar with the death of Superman and Doomsday a little bit. You don't have to know like everything about Superman, but you do need to know, about Doomsday at least to be able to understand this comic and like the vastness of it. Like why it's a big deal that with Doomsday and everything. Really, really great comic. Can't wait to see where this goes. There was a tie-in comic, which was the Lex Luthor special, where it's like basically Lex Luthor has his memory back. So, that's obvious. Whenever any character dies or loses their memory or whatever, it's only a matter of time before they come back to their status quo. It happened with Dr. Octopus in the Superior Spider-Man series, so of course it's going to happen with Lex Luthor. Vicarious, number 5. Again, very interesting indie title. And this title is like, it's this futuristic technology, and it kind of gets into the marketing of the future, which is very interesting. It's a sci-fi series, but it feels like it could happen. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's cool. It's a very, very unique concept. It's like, what if you could feel things through people's body? Like, not like when you call someone, right, on a video call, you can show them your room or whatever, but they can't smell the room. They can't taste the food that you're eating. This can do that. There's this technology here. It's a surgical implant. And then somebody, connects to that, and they can taste what you're tasting. They can see what you're seeing through your eyes. They can feel the wind going across their face the way you can. So it's a very interesting concept. It's issue 5, so if you're interested to check this out, just wait till the trade paperback comes out soon. It's only a matter of time. I'd recommend this series a lot. Very interesting, very underrated. This is Boom Studios. So now we have Ninja Turtles, and I don't know which company is printing out the Ninja Turtle. Oh, it's IDW. Okay, so this is IDW's logo. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 7. Issue 1 was really good. I'm super behind on this comic, y'all. Like, I just read issue 1, but issue 1 is so good. I think every issue focuses on each individual turtle. I think issue 1 was like Ralph themed, and then they're gonna have Michelangelo, and then one at a time. Really good series. Written by Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron wrote like a lot of stuff on Thor, so that was really good. So he does bring back his writing skill over in this series too. Hornsby and Halo. I really, really liked issue 1 a lot. Issues 2 to 3 are more comedic in tone. It's a very lighthearted series. It's fun. I like it. It's a fun series. It's a cute series. I look forward to it. I'm on issue 4 right now. It's a very fun series on like, basically there's the Princess of Hell, but basically Heaven and Hell had a deal to make peace with each other. So the way that they made this deal was like, okay, we're going to put one angel on Earth and one devil on Earth, right? The angel is going to be raised by bad parents. The devil is going to be raised by good parents. So it's so that they could see each other's perspectives and kind of like make some sort of peace with each other and understand each other a little better. It's an interesting premise, but basically they're just in this small town, kind of have these like powers that they weren't aware of, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Um, Deadpool Wolverine number 2. I haven't read issue 1 yet. I just haven't. Um, Looks like a lot of fun though, so I'm hyped. Ultimate Wolverine number 2. Ultimate Wolverine number 1 was pretty good. It was like, it basically goes back to the times of like Wolverine in his like Savage era. Like in the main Marvel universe, Wolverine was like part of Weapon X and this and that. It's kind of the similar origin. It really is a similar origin, except now in this universe, he's now like the Winter Soldier. So they kind of blended two characters into one because he's like this trained character to go against like mutants and stuff and like become this killer. I think by orders from the Makers Council. So yeah, issue 1 is like just savagery, just Wolverine being like a savage person. But he was trained that way, so it's not his fault. So this issue 2. I do feel we're gonna get more in depth with the character and see how this plays out. So yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man issue 14. This is the variant cover. The other cover had Kraven the Hunter, Ultimate Kraven the Hunter, so I'm a bit behind. Pretty behind. I left off on issue 8 of Ultimate Spider-Man. When I left off at issue 8, it was really good, so I don't doubt that it's going to be good. I just need to catch up. Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. This is a really good series. I feel like nobody is talking about this, and it's so good. It just feels like a very classic comic book. It feels like I'm in the 90s, but reading something new. Like, it's cool. And also just how the fact that every single issue is a tribute to Tim Sale, or was it Tim Sale? I'm confusing the names. Yes. Jeff Loeb is the writer. Tim Sale was the artist. Tim Sale was the original artist on Batman The Long Halloween, the original comic, and its sequel. And he had died recently, I think in 2023, if I'm not wrong, or 2021, somewhere around there. So he didn't actually have a chance to finish this series, sadly. So each issue of the sequel series is written by, is drawn by a different artist. Every comic is written by a different artist. And at the end of every issue, they do this interview with the artist. And they just ask this specific artist, how they got called to the series. It's super, super good. And the story itself is really nice. I really like how they invite a different artist for every comic. It's one of the most unique thing I've seen come out of DC, and it just feels like it's very good to the fans, in my opinion. And yeah, usually I'm not that crazy about sequels. I do like sequels, but usually they're not that great, but this one's pretty good, so it's nice. I like reading it. Green Arrow, number 21. I decided to give Green Arrow a chance. Green Arrow is one of those characters that just can't really... I don't know. Green Arrow's a character that has struggled a lot, I feel. And I don't know if that's the fans or if it's DC not giving it enough. Are the fans not as interested? Or is DC not interested? Is it both? But yet somehow DC, I feel like DC's trying to make this character get into the spotlight, but then kind of not, but then kind of yes. It's a very weird thing. But anyways, it's a good series. I think I only read the first 2 issues. This is like part 4 or part 5 maybe. I think it was part 4. So I gotta catch up. But it's interesting. I'm willing to give it a chance. So far it's been good. I'm not like a Green Arrow fan, but I think he can be cool. So I definitely think he's underrated. So yeah. Green Lantern. Number 20. I think this is the first issue, or I guess the first issue where you hop in the Green Lantern series. I've never been that big of a Green Lantern fan. I just haven't. And I'm not saying nowadays, it even when Green Lantern was popular, like Green Lantern used to be a wildly popular character. Like I'm talking like in the 2010s back, Green Lantern was like the top character, like up there with the Justice League and everything, and DC just hasn't really done much with him lately. Um, Anyways, there was this tie-in event where it was like this Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum, and then they had Green Lantern Corps, and now they have Green Lantern. So that's really why I'm reading it. I want to read what this event is about, and if I'm not that interested, I'll drop this title off. Like I'll just not really read it as much, but I'll see. Green Lantern Dark issue number 3. Somebody had told me that this was a bi-monthly series, like coming out every 2 months instead of every month. And I think they're right because I think this issue came out in October. Issue 2, yeah, so that would mean it's once every 2 months. So I'm guessing issue 4 will come out in April, I guess. So that's interesting. It's an interesting series. It's like an alternate universe where this Green Lantern is like has like a scythe and this old-timey sort of Green Lantern vibe to it. Here's Harley Quinn number 48. I got the Hush variant. The main variant is just like weird. I don't know. It's got Professor Pig, just I don't know, just weird. I don't know. And then here's Harley and Ivy. I've been enjoying the Harley Quinn series. I'm not like a massive Harley Quinn fan, but I've grown to like her more over the years, and I've gotten more into her lately. And yeah, I don't know. I really want to see Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy together, um, again, because they've been like apart in the beginning of this All In Initiative series. Poison Ivy had her whole like eco terrorist thing going on in the comics, and then she was framed for that, and then Harley Quinn just kind of had her own like Harley Quinny stuff going on, like just chaos and having fun. It's a fun series though, I won't lie. I think I'm behind just one issue, so I gotta catch up on that. Metamorpho, the Elements Man, written by Al Ewing. So I'm super behind. I did not even read issue 1 yet. Why am I getting this series? Because it's written by Al Ewing. Yeah, I'm behind. I need to catch up on this like right now. But yeah, it seems fun though. Looks fun. Power Girl. Written by I think it's Leah Williams. Leah Williams. Yeah, Leah Williams. This is the new. I think this is the new story arc starts here, if I'm not wrong. I do like the Power Girl writer, but at the same time, the way she wrote the villain for the first arc of the DC All In was weird, because the villain was there was like this. It was a weird story. I won't lie. It was a weird 3-parter story. Um, I felt like it was a bit of a self-insert comic. That's not a bad thing. I just felt like it wasn't executed very well, or it wasn't explained very well. Does that make sense? I don't know. It was a bit of a bizarre story, but at the same time I really liked it. Like I liked the main stuff, but the villain stuff was kind of awkwardly executed. I don't know. It's like I like this part of Power Girl, but at the same time this part was not that well executed, but I'm willing to keep going with the series. That's how I feel about it right now. But yeah, so let's see where this goes. And lastly, I got Titans, issue 20. I am just one issue behind on this. This looks funny. It's a funny cover. So yeah, this is just Beast Boy and Raven, and this is the I don't know, they have like drama going on with the Titans. I almost spoiled the first issue, the first panel. But yeah, Donna Troy is the leader of the Titans, so that's interesting. It's always been Nightwing, as far as I know. I'm not the biggest Titan fan, but I'm willing to give it a chance. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that is a massive pile. I got so many comics this week and last week's comics. But yeah, anyways, long video. It's already been going long enough. So thanks for watching. And if you want me to review like my favorite comic book titles at the moment, maybe I'll do a video on that. But yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment like what your favorite comic is right now, what your favorite ongoing title is, and yeah, anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.